All right, everyone, welcome back to the Business Blast podcast. This is your host, Tyler Wagner. I'm here today with Lucian. He is a curator, storyteller, adventurer, and human, and I will dive right into the first question now. So my first question for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Oh, man. Hello, people of the world, beautiful humans out there. My story, I would say, we talked about this just a touch beforehand, but I dropped out of college and then journeyed cross-country in my car by myself with my savings, and interviewed over 100 people on the topic of college education and wrote a novel on that trip, among other things. Attended an event at the end that we were just talking about, Tyler. And, you know, the underlying theme of that whole journey was sort of this kind of rite of passage, this kind of like manhood, adulthood, like ritual that I needed to go through. I needed to start work and, you know, my work, not the traditional term of work, but work is like divine work. And the underlying message there was really I kind of had to forge through and find myself through pursuing these endeavors. And
what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Yeah, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I have a lot of experience in various things. So I'll say, and right now I work in coffee. But have worked in business and stuff like that in the past. And I would say that one thing that it goes across businesses and across various landscapes is being able to host, essentially, or creating a safe space, whether that's on an online space or whether you are creating a product, something where the consumer knows that digesting your content or your deliverable or whatever it is a smooth process, and you're thinking about it from their perspective, really thinking about it from their perspective, and then creating like a digestible thing that they want to consume, and that can be anything. That can be food or a article.
And maybe this might tie together with this question, but what's your best piece of like overall business advice? So not like niche specific.
Yeah, I would say get really good at something and then charge for it. And like it's not super complicated. It's actually really simple, but there's a lot of in between things. Build your skill set, do the work and build your skill set, and then charge for it, and know your worth. Know your worth and then charge for it.
I agree. And would you, just a quick side question, do you think like when you're starting out, like maybe doing some stuff for free in the beginning is not like a bad idea, or what's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, it's the best. I mean,
yeah, I think
you can open so many doors by using that free thing. I would say, I think it's free or expensive. That's in my mind, like where kind of things fall into play. It's either like boutique or it's just like, here you go, have it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at things personally. I know a lot of people go in between various like fluctuations of stuff, but I personally love charging for a really good product. But then also, again, like when you walk into a restaurant, you want to be able to eat bread and just like enjoy yourself and like, you know, think about it from their side as well. You know, they want to be able to enjoy themselves throughout this experience. So your content, yeah, something for free. Also, work for free. It opens so many doors. It's insane.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Trust.
And in your opinion, sorry.
Trust yourself, most importantly.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
I think being in flow. Happiness is more of like a kind of constant, not the peaks and the valleys. Let go, love your expectations, and live life in the sort of divine flow that nature rolls through. There's a certain speed of life that happens, like the seasons. Winter happens and then summer. And there's a heartbeat, there's a certain regulation of time and temperature. Move in accordance with those, and your life will start unfolding naturally.
Are you into Alan Watts?
I love him, yeah.
Yes, me too. Okay. And what's the best book you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from it?
Anastasia. It's a series. It's a book series. It's called The Ringing Cedars, and there's 8 books, in fact. It's a long story. It's about this woman. It's a true story about this woman living in the woods. She's, quote unquote, an enlightened human being who, is got a really high vibration, and she is providing a lot of solutions. What I learned is that we have to fix what we've done. We can't keep going about. We have to make change, and change is hard, but it doesn't have to be bad. In fact, it can be beautiful.
And last question before we can see where people can find you online is, what's your favorite quote and why?
Don't do things better, do things differently, by Steve Jobs. I like that quote because I came from a background of athleticism and military, and always just harder and better and faster and stronger and more, and do it. And if you're not, if you're tired, then man the fuck up and come on, and we gotta, and it wasn't always about doing things better. It's sometimes take a step back and breathe and exhale, and if you in fact slow down, sometimes that really helps. And if you just move a couple pieces around, then you'll be working at double your efficiency. But instead, you're scrambling. Make something happen hard and fast, when in reality that's not the natural speed or the nature of life. And so don't do things better, do things differently.
And yeah, I think that goes along with the seasons. Thank you for coming on, man. And so where's the best place for people to find you online?
I would say Facebook right now. We've got a lot of projects going on. In the future, we're going to be traveling and doing a number of interviews around sustainability and agriculture and food, and a lot of things happening. But right now, Facebook, you can find me at Lucian Harris-Gallahue. It's a long name. Lucian, Lucian, I think it'll be. But yeah, that's where you can find me as of now.
Perfect, man. Well, thank you again for coming on, and we'll talk with you soon.
Tyler, thank you for having me, my man.
Of course.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.